Okay, welcome back. Nikolai Game here, back with the quote unquote late night rambles. She is, 3 a.m. Just sitting here listening to some ASMR by Kukuri. I was just gonna talk about, so you guys know, I made a little bit of a video of it for a while ago. Don't know when it's gonna come out, but because everything is backlogged and it's a pain in the butt and a half, and I gotta start catching up on stuff. I got some stuff finished edited that I know I can just push out. And my network seems to be somewhat stable, so hopefully I'll be able to upload a little faster to YouTube. Because I do have a few. I have these I can upload early this year, yes. These I can upload Tech 1, 2 and 3. 4, 5 and 6 is technically speaking already out, ain't it? So those can move to the archival, technically speaking. Yes. We. Yoink. Beer Me Up Senpai, Nicola Vink. FTB and Technic. I'll talk about that, but I already have Tech 164 in here. Would you look at that? I did not expect that to be a thing, but here we are. Are you sure about that? I don't think it will go that quick, but okay. Now here's the thing, episodes are gonna be a little up and down because I can't sort it by date. So see, it's gonna put, well, it's still transferring before then 5 and there is 6. But I still have a feeling it won't put it on the correct side because, well, no, exactly. So 6, 4, 5, because it's taking it based on the first number. And even if I were to sort it by date, as I can do once this is done. But are you still processing that Farming Sim episode from the 4th of October? It is the 10th. What the fuck? But I swear to God, YouTube has some problems. I mean, YouTube has some problems. It literally does have some problems, but video processing is one of them, but that's one of the more minor issues. The bigger issues has to do with monetization, shadow banning, the CEO herself, to put it that way. And I'm not gonna say any more than that, but let's just say she does not know how to run this platform. Sort by date. Nope, still not gonna work. You know, I have one way of fixing this. And that's by going in there manually. Of course, I'm gonna have to use Bridge if I'm gonna do it this way, but if I go FTB in Technic and I go into Tech 164 and let it load for a half minute, I can do episode 1, episode 2. Bro, is my computer fine? Well, it's only 50, it's not like... my audio is surely not having a great time. Basically, I only need to do that. Boom, then problem solved inside a bridge, but it will still be fucked inside of the main, but... Yeah... I did some changes to Balmo and cutting my mom's lawns for a week. Let's just say it gave me the exporting error again. So I did the outside and engine bay. I redid that one. I managed to export that one, so there's music on that one now. So yeah. So yes, I redid that entire ordeal. So that's done. Episode 12, 13, 14. 12, 13, 14. How? Yes. I think that just comes down to date. Of course, this is gonna be a little honk out from what we have in this folder from before, which is named after a specific way, but no, here we are. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's a seed. So yes, came out in November. Yeah. 3 episodes per week, he said. Well. Oh yeah, I forgot to. We 3 pin this one. I wish I could like force dark mode in this, but nope. Anywho, well, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8, week 9, week 10, week 11, and then, well, week 12 was dead because certain reasons. The same with that Monday, but I think that was because I was out on something, I don't remember. 14, 15, 16, 17. Came 2 episodes there too, and then we got 3 more weeks which are dead. I uploaded. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more weeks that were dead. 1 episode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more weeks that was dead. Until we are on what technically speaking was this week. These ones were uploaded, so week 39, we are now in week. Bro, don't I have calendar open either? What the fuck? Bro, are you fine me? We are in week 41. Yes, we are here now. That's right. Well, yes, because these came out. And then this came out, so these are green. This never came out. Now I'm gonna move that to the next. That ended up happening. But there again, I said I was gonna take those off for specific reasons. So I'm just gonna delete those, combine them. Although, and while then technically speaking, these make sense because that was like the days I were reinstalling my entire shit, I believe. Which, well, we could figure out the release is the 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th, and 6th. Yes, I was doing that stuff then. And potentially I was doing it the day before too. So potentially Wednesday too. I think I started on Wednesday actually. Well, yes, because I was still doing that on Wednesday. So I started on Wednesday. Yes, because this was on day. Yes, Control D is coming in handy. So Wednesday I started. So basically this entire stuff also gets deleted. I said this entire stuff gets deleted. It gets combined. It gets changed into that green color as well. clean out the install zip and set the windows. I think we can do 24 here, maybe even 30. Oh no. So instead of, let's do 28. Maybe. Talk about the devil. Oops. Yes, talk about the devil. There you go. So technically speaking, Thursday to Friday or Wednesday to Friday, I'm quote unquote technically excused because I had to reinstall this entire fuck. And then, well, this weekend I said I was going to take time off because I wanted to try and get stuff done, but shit is still broken, so I'm going to have to export stuff on that machine tomorrow and try to figure out of why this shit is still happening, try to take up a secondary GPU, try to run it again, see if that's the problem. If that's not the problem, then I don't know anymore. Well, I mean, it's sorted by name. Oh, 12, 13, 14. Would you look at that? Although I am gonna rename to the quote-unquote correct stuff. Well, after what I have renamed these other ones. Just cause they're all in line and blah 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 blah. Oh. I suppose I could, technically speaking, move this one out a little bit. So boom. Not boom. Boom. There you go. So now the only thing left in here should be IRL content, yes. So this is all just IRL content that I already have lined up. Which of them is going out when or where inside of Slack. So I've already uploaded until Studio Talk 24th of June. I have opened my IRL channel in Firefox so it doesn't fuck up my YouTube tabs in here. So basically I already have so technically speaking have all those videos I have marked right there ready in here to just push out and then get those into archive so then I can delete that source footage. And I think I already have deleted most of that source footage, but even so my scratch disk is starting to fill up. I was about to say, and I mean, if you go in here, you can see what this one is on, and I'm gonna just check now, for the sake of it, how much is actually in my Necrolive drive. 500 gig. What's in my ingest backup? 2.82 terabytes. So I suppose I still have a lot of ingest. Supposedly, I also probably have up against like a terabyte in here. Yes, 788. And then I have like this stuff. I have this offload, which is like 15 gigs. This offload which is like a few more gigs. Then we got SCAT-V upload, which is 11 gig. And then we have this one, video disk secondary offload, which is like 100 gig. And then we have like this stuff, which is 1 gig there. 3 there. Not much actually, but then we have the ingest non-transcode, which is more my private side of pictures and images and stuff, and that's probably going to be around 800 gigs. So clearly we have a lot of stuff on here that I need to sort out and stuff, and some of this stuff I'm kind of only keeping for my private needs. I could quote unquote technically put it over on an external hard drive, but the thing is, first of all, external hard drives are great for some things, but if you're thinking about long-time video storage, external hard drives are not reliable enough. If it was an external SSD, sure, then I wouldn't care. But external SSDs are expensive, and I'm gonna have to invest in an external SSD, like a 2 or 4 terabyte one, for external footage anyway, because when I'm up north, one 500 terabyte drive was not enough, and even this 1 terabyte drive was all pretty much full when I came back home. I had like 200 gigs of free space on it, and this one was already full. So that's already like 1.3 terabytes of footage or whatnot. So yeah, so that external hard drive is gonna have to be fully dedicated for external footage and stuff. And what the fuck are you stuck on? There. So yeah, and then of course I got like the J5, but that one's just like empty. It's like 3 gigs. There's a little bit of offload. There's some DMCA, and well, the screen is gonna be blurred now because, well, for YouTube this is not safe because this is a hell of a lot of hentai. Oh, well, a hell of a lot of hentai. A fair amount. Certainly not something I can show on YouTube, at least. You can probably see something kind of from from the contours. But certainly not anything I wanna show publicly on YouTube, at least, to put it that way. But yes. So yeah, let's just put it that way. And then we have like DMCI pictures, which is this I can actually show. I believe, well, almost. The rest of this, yes. So this is back when I initially refurbished my 980 Ti. I believe this was actually after we have already refurbished this, because this is new thermal pad. Then we got the Soundcraft Digi, bloody hell, Avid Digi design, Avid Digi 002. Yamaha MG16FU, back in the day when I was using that one as my daily driver. And well, the tons of fucking cables that was going under my mat for some other. Well, and my stage box, which, well, was kind of full at that point. I had 4 outputs. One of those outputs were going to, I believe it's the fourth, that output is even disconnected at the moment, but number one, theoretically speaking, we're going to the VPM 200 in-ear pack. Right now, I believe number one looks to be going up to the Soundcraft EFX mixer. Then we got, well, 2, 3, and 4, or B, C, and D as it would be on the console side of things, going over to, bro, it's getting chilly in here. I mean, I suppose it's like a winter and whatnot. Alexa, what's the temperature outside?
Right now, it's 8 degrees Celsius. Today, expect a high of 13 degrees.
Suppose it's not that cold then, but it's still chilly. And yeah, then we have 12 and 13, which I believe, yeah, those are the drum back when that one was technically speaking supposed to be the 12 channels of drum mix pre-mixed coming back to the MG16XU. So that's coming in on 11 and 12, and then we got the blue one in channel 3 going to my in-ear pack, and number 4 is the cable going for my bass guitar. Well, over to my table into my pedal board, which then went into my bass guitar, or which then my bass guitar went into. So that's that entire ordeal and a half. Yeah, I forgot about that. That was back when you can see the time right there. That was actually back in 2021. This is the 6th of July 2021. It was the Minku Expo Live 2021. I still gotta get a hoodie and a t-shirt for that, so I gotta do that next month before they know now, but so yeah. Yeah, so there you got OBS there. Yeah, this was back when I was only using 2 screens, I remember that. I got the clock right there and Grandme on PC. And that's actually the same computer which is currently has Grandme on PC on it that I've been using to doing some work in, only on Windows 11 instead of Windows 10. Yeah, was back in the day when everything was kind of nice and bundled together back there. Went down underneath the table and was all a straight fine line, but let's just say that changed. Charging fast, battery temperature too low. Yes, I forgot about that. It was me that put Cat's tablet in the freezer because it was too warm. Yeah, that was me doing the bass guitar. And well, sounding that one. In the morning, a cat just casually chilling outside my apartment, my old one. That was when I changed out my old speakers and stuff. Yeah, there you have what I was talking about the 3D rendering on the 980 Ti. I was getting that kind of artifacting once I put a 3D load on it. Most of the time. Didn't happen all the time if it was a light 3D load, but if it was anything pretty much game related, it just gone. And that was no overclocking at all. Freaked out for a hot minute. Yes, and that was after I moved some shit. Yeah, that was when I was doing the ignition switch there like that instead. Right now it's just mounted here, but there was when I got the rack initially. So that was my audio rack before I got this one, as you guys have already seen a video of. Oh yeah, that was when I got, that was when I first got this laptop. Completely new from Complat. I'm still paying that one down actually. Completely new. Still had the RTX sticker, that one's gone. I can't fall asleep unless I'm... Ah, yes. Yeah, that was back in the days where it actually was called Shu Tamada, like the actual anime character or whatnot. From or Shu 2 Banji Dream. Orders pending, yes indeed. Yeah, that was back in the day when my stage was pretty much clamped in the back of the case. Yeah. Not in use. Yes, muted, he said. And then literally 40 hertz and standing at 0 dB. Fucking glorious. Yeah, that got removed, it looks like. Barbecue, yeah, that was when that was when I was doing live stream when I was barbecuing. Forgot about that. Having a good juicy steak. That's on the S20, right? Yeah, that's on the S20, but I believe that was on the S20 before I actually put before I put a theme on it. I have a theme on it now. I do kind of want to go back to the default one, just cause, you know, I want to feel the default one again, but I like this one very much, like the mode and like how it is and stuff. So I'll probably keep it at that, but that was back when I had the default at least. Yes, subfigment drog. 6 gigs 100, yeah, that's why. Yes, indeed. And there we have Jan's waifu top per se. My broken ass soldering iron. Back in the day when I was still working on that one. And that was after I moved my machine down. That was actually back in the day when I barely did any. I think I did a little bit of overclocking, like the 4.3 or something on that cooler, but that was back in the day when I was still using the stock Prism cooler. 2 gigs or 2x 8 gig Corsair CL16 Corsair Ventures RAM. I think they're CL16 or are these CL? These are CL16s, right? But I don't remember. No. Fuck. Control N. I have still not been a complete on this thing after I Okay. Alright. Okay. Thank you very much. Now, this is probably a flashbang for you guys if you guys are also watching this in the dark, but I literally do not remember from the top of my head. My brain died. Yeah, CL16. I knew it was CL16. I was just like, wait a minute. These are CL16s. Yes. CL16s, they're overclocked. I mean, I could do 36 CL18, but to be honest, 32, I mean, we do have AM5 or DDR5 now, but personally, I believe 3200 is pretty much the standard when it comes to gaming PCs on the DDR4 platform. I mean, I could maybe benefit from the higher memory clocks, but anywho, I'm going to be upgrading to a 3090 probably eventually sooner now. Eventually I'm going to upgrade to AM5 probably. Although it may pose a problem when it comes to PCIe slots. Since this board has 3 16x slots, 2 1x slots, and 1 8x, I believe. Oh no, 3 16x and 2 1x, I believe. Don't remember. Anywho. And if I upgrade to AM5, I'm gonna have to upgrade motherboard and CPU, and well, may not need to upgrade the cooler because it does use the mounting mechanism, but there again, AM5 technically speaking has a very big flaw when it comes to their cooling solution and stuff, but anywho, that's a topic for another video. Brummy. Ah yes, speakers, volume, wonk. Cranked down for some odd reason. Well, cranked down, connected to that cable, go to another cable, and now it's just like up to like plus 3 dB or whatnot, and then we got the high put here, and yep, I am using the subwoofer out indeed, and I'm like plus 6 gain on this thing. Yeah, that's a blurred picture for you guys. Don't know how that thing got in there, but should be able to move it because I'm not on it. There we go. That back fan is having a great time. I was cleaning that thing out for stuff. Oh yeah, that was when I was upgrading my RAM to 32 gigs and putting a 3060 in it. And that was still in my old case. But I think that was at the time, or well, it was after that I upgraded to a NH12 in it. No. And that was when I got my cable mod cables and redid the entire motherfucking honky tonk again. It was a pain in the butt to do in that case. Wait a minute. Yeah, that was also when I put an NH12 in it. So you can see in the front here now, you can see the NH12 right there. See it even better in that picture. Running. That was my like 24 bucks of fucking coffee. That was me doing router stuff and well trying to do janky ass way of getting serial to work without a UART converter, which I did not succeed with. Or no, I technically speaking did succeed with that. Because I was trying to get it to communicate the other way around. That was what I was doing in that one. And so yeah, and well, when I actually got that thing to work again, and we're back at the top again. So yes, then I'm gonna move you in there and you in there. Then we have DMC vid. We're just gonna use a half minute loading, which I believe is just short vids, really. Well, kind of, anyway. Yes, I wondered. Yes. That was me enjoying beef. Don't mind you, he said. Yes. Janky ass mock-up. And yes, that's oxidation. Congrats, we have sound. Yes, because the wiring diagram I was using was crap. Yahoo, yes. Well, yes. Not my best explanation to a shot, but here we are. I promise that speaker was fine. It was not having a great time, we could say that much. Yes. Melting butter, yes. Bro, have I been recording for 42 minutes already? Bro, what the fuck? Then apparently I have DMC vid new for some semi-odd reason. Now that's me doing electrical. Bro, this was like way back in like, bro, 29th, no, yeah, this was back in January, what the fuck? Well, it was after we had swapped out to that like 25 amp. And yes, I know the outlets, normal wall outlets and lights are technically, or lights are one thing, but the normal wall outlets, technically speaking, not rated for 16 amps, but we're not pulling 16 amps from a single outlet. So from an actual power draw standpoint, from each outlet is not a concern. We're not going over the rated spec. it's more in forms of the total capacity on the entire line that we're actually busting 16 amps when we first power everything on and we have that peak. So yeah, just to put that out there. Yeah, nice seeing snow already, knowing that that's coming. Yes, and then maybe mods won't starve to death. Yeah, about that. Anywho, I'm just gonna call that it for this little ramble. I'll probably cut that out like half of what I've been speaking about here. My point is that I have a feeling something is fucked with that 980 Ti, and if that is the problem, I'm gonna have to change it out with another car. I could change it out with a K4000 Quadro, which already was my plan. I could buy a cheaper Tesla card, but that's a passively cooled card. So I'm gonna have to use some kind of motherboard header, fancy shroud and a 40mm Noctua or whatnot to cool it. Plus it's only a 70 watt TDP card. So it's power efficient, but not really, doesn't really have the CUDA power I need. So most likely what I'll do if I need to run two cards is to find a more powerful one slot card or maybe try to find a cheap 1080 or something and throw in as a secondary card. You can get 1080s pretty cheap. I've seen them down in like the $150-ish range. Second-handed, of course, not new. If you're talking new and new, most of them are going to be second-handed. There's some older cards that are still getting sold by Pro Shop, for example, which keep a pretty good stock of things, and I think they also have a special request and access to some warehouses or whatnot. But anyway, for like a more newer card, quote unquote, so one that hasn't seen as much use and is pretty much brand new, you could maybe say 250, 270-ish, which for a 1080 Ti or something I wouldn't consider to be too insane. I mean, it's certainly better than, I mean, I haven't checked, and I can't check actually what the 3090s are going for. I can check on Pro Shop what the 3090s are going for. Shop. Or not the 3090s, but the 3060. So, you know, the 3060s right now, like gigabyte versions or whatnot, they're going for about 5490 MNOK, and if you translate that over into the last remembered currency, so 565 is roughly what you'll pay for a 3060. So paying about 200 for a 1080 Ti. Taking a look at what's currently going on. I mean, if you want the Asus Strix, you're gonna be paying like 690, which is like yeah, that's gonna be like 630-ish, 35, if I'm just doing some quick and dirty math in my head. Then let's see if they actually have any 1080s in here. The stationär all in one. Nah, it's not gonna show up, is it? I mean, if you go and take a look at computer equipment, and to go on the graphics cards. I mean, we got the 4090s coming out now, 26, 27 grand Norwegian for the Strix OC versions. And then if we go on actually like show more, processor, if we go NVIDIA, GeForce, we got actually down to the like 1050 Ti range actually, funnily enough. I can't find any 1080s, but we do have two 1050 Ti's in here. Well, it's only one slot card, it's Gigabyte and Asus, but let's see what we have for as far as if you take a GTX 1650, let's see what we got. I can actually get Quadro K4000s in here. I can get K520s in here. Well, then I'll select that one with me too, as far as like a P4000 just to see. So yes, well, the P4000, not a chance. The K520 was more expensive than what I thought, but we got the Gigabyte one, we got an Asus 1060 Tough, we got an MSI Ventus and stuff. As far as what I'm gonna go for, clonk, clonk, clonk. So first of all, as far as there, we're gonna go Asus, we're gonna go MSI, and that's pretty much both. Show send, and then the processor, we're gonna do 3090 and show. So pretty much here's what we have to choose from. As far as the Asus ones, we have a 3060 Tough OC and a 3060 Tough. And then we got the Ventus 3XO, and then we have the Supreme 24 gig, or the Supreme X. So probably what I'll go for is the MSI GeForce RTX 3090X Trio. You know, I'm an Asus guy mainly, but I am also a huge fan. I stand by and trust by MSI, technically speaking, as well. They have made some very good cards in the past, and they still make good parts the day to day, and they also do it for pretty reasonable prices, I would say. Like you can see, if you do an Asus card, for example, you can expect to pay up to 16 for an OC edition or whatnot. It was, yeah, you can pay 12 for the OC and 16 for that one. So then this one would be like the middle ground, because I want some form of RGB overclocking capabilities, and I also don't want to play in tough card. So I'll probably be going for a Gaming X Trio. So yeah, which means technically speaking, I could use by 980, or by 980 I say, by 3060 as a secondary rendering card. As well, I'm hoping about what I have to do if I get a 3090 in the system. But there again, when I get a 3090 in the system, the big question is how bottlenecked am I going to be by the CPU, even though it's overclocked. And there again, second of all, the 3060 is just too powerful to only be used for encoding. And the plan was to throw that in the system for my girlfriend eventually anyway. Which the plan was to just basically take shite out of mine, put it in a case for her, besides from the water cooler, and then smack my new AM5 stuff in there. But that's not gonna happen because prices are through the fucking roof. So yeah, so that's where we are as far as that. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you guys for watching this ramble, however long it's been going on after editing. I don't know even. I've been sitting here for almost an hour. She's doing 4 a.m. So yeah. So I want to say thank you guys for watching. Been Nikolai Gaming here, or Nikolai Gaming. Carl here, Nikolai Tech and RL. Well, I was about to say if you liked the video, like would be greatly appreciated. Comments down below. All of that stuff. I don't know if I'm even gonna bother saying it anymore. Anywho, stay tuned and see you awesome, and I'm out.